Have you ever found yourself just spinning your wheels mentally and wondered if there's a difference between that and, well, actual deep, productive thinking? Today, we're going to explore that very fine line. We'll look at 7 signs that you might not be an overthinker, but something else entirely. Ah, the classic, right? You think too much? Maybe a friend said it, maybe it was your parents, or maybe it's just that little voice in your own head when you're trying to figure something out and all you hear is, just let it go. And you know that feeling. It's like your brain is a hamster on a wheel, just running through all the what ifs, replaying conversations over and over. You're just going in circles, and honestly, it's exhausting. And let's be real, a lot of the time we just slap a label on it, anxiety. And yeah, it definitely can feel that way, that restless, buzzing energy that comes from a mind that just refuses to power down. But what if that's not the whole picture? What if what we've been calling overthinking is actually a sign of something way more powerful going on under the hood? So it really all comes down to this one crucial distinction, a tale of two minds, if you will. See, from the outside, these two ways of thinking can look almost identical, but on the inside, they are worlds apart. And here it is, the main event. Anxious overthinking? That's circular. It's repetitive. It's all focused on worry. And really, the only goal is to find some kind of reassurance. But deep thinking, that's totally different. It's expansive. It's not about worry. It's about insight. It's about trying to understand the whole system, all the hidden connections. And this brings us to this really cool concept, cognitive complexity. It's basically the ability to see the world in shades of gray, to look past the simple good or bad answers. If you have this, your mind is naturally wired to hunt for nuance, for context, for all the invisible threads that tie everything together. So, how do you know if this is you? Well, let's look at the evidence. We're going to go through the signs that show you're not just overthinking, but that you're actually a deep thinker. Does this sound familiar? You're playing back a conversation, but not because you're worried. No, it's because you're genuinely curious. You want to understand the subtext, the real motivation, the meaning behind the words. And that, right there, that's our first sign. You question surface answers. A simple explanation just doesn't cut it for you because you have this instinct to dig deeper. You're always looking for the why behind the what. This isn't about being suspicious, it's about being thorough. Or maybe you have these moments of sudden clarity. You're thinking about 2 totally separate parts of your life, and then bam, your brain just draws a line between them and you see a pattern you never noticed before. This brings us to sign number 2. You see patterns where other people just see random noise. Your mind is like this natural pattern recognition machine. Whereas someone else might see a bunch of chaotic, unrelated events, you see a system, a structure, a hidden connection between ideas. And there are a few more big ones. Deep thinkers, you tend to consider multiple possible futures, not just fixating on the worst-case scenario. You see nuance everywhere. You're also usually highly self-aware, and you're just intensely curious. You want to know how everything works. And finally, you actually enjoy getting lost in complexity. Okay, so let's get practical. How does this pattern-seeking brain of yours actually change the way you move through the world, especially when you're up against a problem? This is where the difference becomes crystal clear. When faced with a problem, an overthinker focuses on the threat it poses. Their goal? Just to feel safe again. But a deep thinker, they focus on the structure of the problem itself. The goal isn't just safety, it's real understanding. It's about creating a complete mental map of the entire situation. Just recognizing this in yourself is a huge first step. But the next one is learning how to actually use it. How do you turn this incredible cognitive engine from something that feels like a burden into a powerful tool you can actually put to work? You can actually break it down into 3 simple steps. First, recognize the mode you're in. Just ask yourself, am I looping in anxiety or am I expanding with curiosity? Step 2 is detach. Consciously step back from the worry and reframe the whole thing as an interesting puzzle to solve. And finally, apply. Use the patterns you found to come up with a real solution, not just to find a quick dose of comfort. You know, when it comes down to it, this is the most important thing to remember. For your whole life, you might have thought that this mental engine of yours was a flaw, a bug in your system. It's not. It's a high-performance feature, and it was designed for deep processing. Seriously, the ability to see patterns, to understand complex systems, to look past the surface, that's an incredible gift. It means you can literally see the hidden architecture of the world around you. So the only real question left is,
what are you going to build with it?